What you out there? Yes, clear. Loud and clear.
Friendly fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We are double recording. We can't do callback. For us, it was 20 minutes ago. For them, it was a week ago. So, I mean, I like what you're going for here.
Yeah, I was going to do a butthole licking thing.
I know you were. But
Finger licking good.
You ever done that?
On a butthole?
No, just after
A coochie?
a vagina.
Vagina? I'm going to start calling coochies.
I saw a thing. Whose joke is it? It's an old joke because it's a classic joke that did it in stand-up where they were like, I saw, the sign for public pools says, no swimming if you had diarrhea recently. It's like, oh, I can just never swim.
Yeah, it's Nick Swartzen.
I knew it was Nick Swartzen. Okay, because he's the
Big
diarrhea
guy.
I have seen so many TikToks lately of people just kind of ripping stand-up jokes like that and just using it as their... Like one guy, I mean, I had like 500,000 fucking likes too. And it was just like a guy being like, a pool sign that says no swimming if you've had diarrhea recently might as well say Eric can't swim here. And I'm like, listen.
It's a better punchline.
Here's the thing. I get that parallel thinking happens, and that's not exactly the most highbrow joke, but this isn't the only example that I've seen.
There's
of
a
it.
bajillion.
And obviously with this much content, people are going to take inspiration from other people. Some people will just like straight up rip content, but I don't know, man. It sucks. It's also hard. I should probably not take such a hard stance on it because I've put stuff out that people have been like, like this is like this. And then I look and I go, that is like that. But I thought of it on my own and I know that. So you just kind of have to be like, whatever.
Yeah, but that's the whole thought about like execution, right? It's like you're doing it differently than they are.
Yeah, I guess.
There's like no such thing as an original thought. When you die, nothing happens.
What is this fucking thing you've been doing the last couple of episodes? You've gotten this accent that you do randomly.
When I elongate things.
Yeah, you talk. Is it because you're around Dillon?
No, I think it was.
No, like for real. I've never mentioned it until now, but now that we're having to double pod in a day,
now it's pissing me off.
It's not pissing me off, but it's just like a thing.
I think it's a Casey Rocket thing. He does it a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't do it. I pick up on mannerisms.
Organisms. Organisms.
Did you guys know that everybody's an orgasm? Oops, I mean an organism.
Did you ever have a teacher accidentally say orgasm in science class?
I didn't teach her orgasm in my science class.
Okay.
Well, he got arrested. He fucked Sabrina.
He got arrested. It was
Sabrina.
I should
actually not say the last name, but there was a... Did you guys ever have that in your school? Teachers get in trouble for fucking the students?
I think we talked. We might have talked about. Yeah, we had a guy who there was speculation because he very obviously favorited a lot of female students, and it was like very apparent. And then
the ones with like honkers.
Now that I've grown up and become friends with some of the girls I saw him pay attention to, they were like, yeah, like this girl hooked up with him, like, and she's like 17 or whatever. And then he went to another school and like immediately got arrested.
We had one case of it, and it was a teacher's daughter fucked like the 75-year-old Spanish teacher.
Whoa.
Everybody's like, you fucked Senor? Everybody's like, what?
You fucked Senor Henson? What the fuck? Was that actually his name?
That's the girl's last name.
No, cut it. I didn't know that.
You can leave it in. I didn't say it.
We had a Senora Henson, so I just said that
Henson.
Name. Yeah.
Different last name.
Very good.
Something with an A.
No way you'll figure that out.
There was, yeah. And she said it was no bueno.
You know what's great? How old was the girl?
La Policia did not like it. The girl was, I think, 16, and he was like, dude, the girl's like 16. He was like 74.
That's crazy.
Which I understand it's predatory and not good.
It's awful, but that's a crazy pull for him, dog.
I mean, can we talk about the fact that, like, what is she into?
Yeah, I mean, to be into that young is one thing. Like that's a great like I know or have known girls who are into like the old guy thing as they get old, and
it's got to be like trauma, right?
Almost all. I mean, I think most of what we're into sexually is rooted in trauma.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty well.
I don't like my dad putting cigarettes out on me. I thought that was gonna get a laugh, so that's why I said my dad never put a cigarette out on me. No, he put it out in me.
Are you sure he didn't? Your dad strikes me as somebody who might have put a cigarette out on you.
No, he was actually a very loving father.
Yeah. Anyways, Yeah. Well, and then there's the idea that
I couldn't even wink. I went.
There's the idea that we're
to our moms.
Vaguely attracted to our parents. Yeah, for sure.
I'd fuck the shit out of No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. If somebody even resemble, have you ever? Okay, this is maybe a thing that I shouldn't be exploring on a platform with video, but have you ever been watching a film, a sexual video, and then you see a video and you start watching it? I've had it where a girl reminded me. One time I was watching a video and in the middle of it, she said a phrase that wasn't supposed to be sexual that my mom says.
Oh.
And I went, that's fucking nuts. And I can't watch any videos with her anymore.
So hard.
It was that, you know who it was? It was, she's like very famous. Eliza Ibera. You know who that is? You would know her if you saw. I mean, she's been in a lot. She's one of those ones where you go, how big is this catalog?
Yeah, you're like, holy
Jesus Christ, you can walk still?
Holy shit.
And
dude.
she was doing one where
Eliza.
It's ZZA. Yeah.
And
then Ibera. Yep.
Oh, she goes away immediately.
Okay, there we go. That girl. You ever see that girl?
Yeah, I think probably. Statistically speaking.
Yeah,
you've
scrolled her across her face probably. But I was watching one with her, and then she, in the middle of it, went. She was supposed to be like a housemaid or something, and then she said something like, "The clothes aren't going to fold themselves," and then I went, "Oh my god."
Really?
I have to shut this video off, Mom. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It didn't.
That's never happened to me. No.
You know what's funny? Also, when people, this is a thing. People get weird about like pornography as if not everybody's watching it. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in a scenario where people are like, I don't know who they're like acting like they don't know stars. They're like, yeah, I watch it, but I don't like porn stars. It's like everybody can everybody can recite like 10 names right now where they're on a fucking cycle. They're on a list. They go, I'll fucking pull that one out.
I don't like the arrogant guy who wants to pretend like he doesn't watch porn ever because he hasn't been for like a month.
I also don't like when they act like it's like, there's a specific guy I'm thinking.
Also, by the way, if a guy stops watching porn, he will say it every chance he gets. And then you go, this isn't accomplishing what you think it is.
Now you're talking about what you're saying. A lot more.
What you're saying is that porn was so problematic for you that you had to stop watching it, and you're talking about it in the green room right now in front of everybody.
It's true. Also, they're like those dudes. Also, it's like, yeah, it is funny. That is very funny. I agree with that point. Very funny to be like, I was consuming too much. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
It's like when I say I'm sober, most people assume that it's because I had a problem with something.
Yeah.
Nobody why else would you cut out porn other than like you're like,
consuming
it. I was really consuming.
And it's also
100%.
Yeah, and it's also like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck that you don't jerk off to porn.
Yeah, they're like, I'm actually doing thoughts. So back to thoughts.
I can tell you this much.
There's one guy.
If they're not jerking off the porn, they're jerking off to weird stuff.
Yeah, they're thinking about the fucking time they got a hand job.
They're
in the bathroom.
thinking about weird stuff.
Which they were 14. Now they're thinking about 14-year-old porn.
Now that's a good point.
And that's the problem. And I don't like that. And I don't like that. And it makes my tummy hurt. So how about that?
We don't like that here.
Just be a normal guy.
Look at porn.
Watch a gangbang.
Yeah, be a normal
hurts
guy.
My tummy though.
Really?
I don't think I explore much sexually.
No, you don't at all. I mean, I know that for sure.
I wonder.
I mean, I don't know that, but you know, I assume that based on like every once in a while over the course of our relationship, I'll mention something and you're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "A toe is you really that?" You know?
Yeah, sucking on a toe does nothing for me,
and I get that, and that's good.
Have you heard Spencer's new joke about fetishes?
No,
where he's like
a new joke about it too. So let's listen to Spencer's.
I'm gonna butcher it, but it's about like he's like I'm 34. I've never had one. I've tried stuff, doesn't have, which means either I don't have one and I never will, or one is laying dormant in me and I'm just going to watch a lady get hit by a bus one day and be like, oh.
Yeah, that's funny. Mine is a different, mine is like the take is just basically like we should, I mean, there's obviously a line, but like we shouldn't really shame people's fetishes because like nobody wants to be that guy. Like I didn't create a vision board when I was young and be like, one day I want to love to suck toes.
Yeah. Are you a big toe sucker?
You do it as I'll suck a toe. Yeah. You do it as a bit. You're laying on the couch with a girl that you're dating and her feet are in your lap and you go, wouldn't it be funny if as a bit I sucked a toe? And then you suck a toe and you go, well, fuck. Now I like this.
Yeah.
You're watching Pocahontas. And you go, it's not Pocahontas. That's for sure. I'm not hard at Pocahontas. Pocahontas is a child in this movie, something that is really overlooked, by the way. They make her real hot in that. But Pocahontas was a small child.
In the Wise Tale?
In the real life story that is based on.
That's a real thing?
Pocahontas. Yeah.
She's 13.
Pocahontas is 13 in that
I didn't
movie.
know that was a real thing.
We got John Smith out there dogging this.
Who's
Wow.
John Smith? What's
Isn't
Pocahontas?
that who that is?
Yeah.
You
The
don't know
fucking Mormon
shit.
guy?
No, that's, who is that?
L. Rod Hubbard.
No, that's Scientology. No, Pocahontas is basically a love story about a colonizer and a Native American woman.
Do I not know Pocahontas? Is she on the
But,
silver
like,
dollar?
No, that's Sacagawea, and she's on the golden dollar. Don't disrespect my people like this,
This is
dog.
insane.
Yeah, John
Do I know
Smith
nothing?
is more complex than the romanticized version. While they did interact during the early years of Jamestown, it's widely believed that there was no romantic relationship. Pocahontas, likely around 10 years old, befriended the settlers, including John Smith, who was considerably older. Smith later embellished their interactions, possibly to boost his own reputation.
Yeah, you remember that
He was
10-year-old?
like-
That was fucking the shit out of her. What?
That's crazy to be like, no, you guys don't get it, dude. You think I was just hanging around a 10-year-old? I wasn't smashing.
That's fucking
It's like,
nuts, dude.
That's
The fact that that's like the rumor, it's like, no, he didn't do it, but then he was telling his boys.
He was like telling everybody he did, and like he was like thought it was cool, but we were all kind of like, John, what the fuck, dude? She's 10.
dude, she's 10.
You're like, yeah, but she's like mature for her.
He's like,
She
yeah,
can
10 out of 10, am I right?
Yeah, she's mature for her age. You don't get it, dude. She could sing to the winds.
Yeah, dude, she could, yeah. She could hunt at like an 8th grade level.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew it was dramatized for what person at Disney went, this is the story we should make into a fucking
Pocahontas.
movie. We should make this, like, I understand that a lot of stories are based on, like, look, they make her a baddie.
I thought that I was thinking of the one where the lady sneaks into an army camp to fight.
You're thinking of Mulan?
Yes.
Similar, not actually at all, but they are both ethnic women.
Wait, so is Pocahontas like a feel-good story about a colonizer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
They basically make Pocahontas like a Disney princess.
She's like
and the
full-
story is basically about it's their relationship more than
They're like, and it was actually true love, and it wasn't the fact that there was.
yeah, it was like bro, what the fuck? If it was a romantic relationship, dog, it wasn't cool.
And then you see what he looks like in the movie, and he's like hot. And then you look at his fucking photo, and it's like a fucking weird guy with a beard. Look at him without a beard, dude. He looks like fucking Smeagol.
He does, yeah.
Give me that precious. I want the 14-year-old.
Mulan's a crazy one too because it's like,
That's based on a real thing too.
is Mulan based on a real thing? Mm-hmm. Something about
Except she was killed at the end.
oh fuck. The Ballad of Mulan, which tells a story of a young woman who disguises herself
fictional.
as a man to take her elderly father's place in the army. While the ballad is popular and considered a historical account, Mulan is generally believed to be a fictional
Yeah,
character.
I heard it was real.
I think I did too. I think that's parents lie to us, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. Mulan's a weird one too. All of the Disney ones, it always ends in some sort of love story. And it's like, Mulan doesn't need, like, somebody doesn't need to fall in love with Mulan at the end. I think it's an empowering story without that.
I like that one when she's carrying the water up the steps.
Yeah.
That's a sick fucking.
Ooh, like, and then
It's a
there's like
sick
a
punishment.
scene where they're all skinny dipping and shit, and she has to like bail out because she's like, oh fuck, I have a pussy. Like she's like, I
Oh
gotta,
fuck!
oh
I thought it was BYOP.
fuck, I brought a pussy to this fucking dick, to this dick stew we're having in this pond.
Oh shit! I didn't realize I was supposed to bring my pussy here.
Fuck, I brought a sideways pussy. Fuck.
Hey, that's like a pussy, but sideways.
Dude, podcasting back to back is a bad idea.
Mulan, that pussy's sideways. What's going on over there?
Fuck, I brought a sideways pussy and tiny little tits. God damn it.
If she had a big clit, they might have been like, oh, she's an Asian.
She should have been on T.
Mulan is on T.
Pumping with T.
We should be giving tea to female soldiers. Women soldiers, lady soldiers, give them tea.
Well, there were some soldiers taking tea, but they're not allowed in the military anymore.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
There were. I mean, we did have soldiers who were on testosterone.
Now they're only allowed to read at libraries.
Yeah. Now they do shows for kids. It's like weirdly political for no reason. I'm fine with them reading
No, I know.
stories for kids,
I think it's silly. I just think it's a funny. I just went to what did trans people do, and that's the thing I thought of.
It was
read
fun.
books to kids.
I used to.
We can't let them.
I was friends with this guy named Ian, like growing up. He was like friend of a friend. We'd like smoke weed and whatever. And then like I met him like years later after I was sober, like probably 5 or 6 years later from the last time I'd seen him. And then like we were talking and he was just pretty nonchalantly like, yeah, I do drag here on Thursdays. And I was like, oh, okay. And like, it wasn't like, it doesn't matter, but it's just like, you just have this view of this guy that you've just like hung out with and smoked weed with. He's just like he's like kind of a nerdy little guy, but like he was cool. Like I always liked him a lot. And then he's just like, yeah, I do like drag.
I put on a brassiere.
Drag, and then I was like, "Oh, you're gay," and like I didn't say that, but I figured it out.
I don't get the straight drag queens.
Yeah, it's just like a performative thing, I guess.
Yeah,
because I know a girl who does drag who I mean is a little gay. She's gay the way like every girl is gay.
Oh, so
she mostly fucks dudes, but like she will hook up with girls. But she's all of her roommates and shit are gay, so she does drag like.
Yeah,
she's good at it too. That's cool.
Can you be bad at drag?
Yeah, I'm
you
sure.
Just be ugly.
No, I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters.
Why? What do you mean by that?
Because there's like full-grown men dressing in drag, and you put on enough makeup, you end up like a hot clown. That is kind of like what they look like. It's like
hot clowns.
It's like a hot clown. Like yeah.
Google hot clown.
Google hot clown.
And it's just a photo of you, not in drag, but just. Comic. Okay. Do you think your top 10 hottest comics working? Not even in Austin, because Austin, no brainer.
I'm not gonna answer. That's crazy.
I bet top 10.
That's a crazy
who else
thing
is
to
hotter?
make me answer.
Who's hotter than who?
Matt Ross might be top 10 hottest comics.
Are we
working.
including females in this?
We'll include ladies.
Oh, then no. There's a bunch of hot chicks doing comedy, and they're more successful. They all have more successful podcasts than us.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy how like. I'm not. No, you know what? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the second pod. Go for it.
Well, here's the thing. First off, I will say this. I do think that it can be harder for women in stand-up. I think you get less respect. I think that people don't always like to laugh at women. Really common joke of like women just being bad at stand-up is like a really common trope and joke told within stand-up by other comics. But, dude, if you're an attractive stand-up comic and you're a woman, you have 50,000 followers
immediately.
Always.
I mean, there's bad stand-up comics who are.
Listen, you're gonna get hate. Like every comment you have is gonna be brutal.
I do not envy them.
No, 100%, dude. It would be brutal. But then there's a route where if you're a stand-up comic and you're a woman and you're attractive and you're decent, it actually does become easier. Than being like, then like it depends on I guess what metrics we're measuring.
But then you just have to make sure that people look you in the eyes.
Yeah,
look me in the fucking eyes.
Like, look me in the fucking eyes. This is the second time we've mentioned her on this pod.
Didn't she run for?
No, that's a different girl.
No. But I'm saying, isn't the Cuomo? I mean, everybody knows what we're talking about, but isn't Cuomo a mayor or something?
Yeah, but that's just the same. They just have the same last name.
Okay. I've always just thought when people say that, I went, am I stupid? Isn't there like a Cuomo that's like a guy, like a governor guy or something?
Yeah. He just lost the mayor. We were literally talking about this before the first pod.
I'm so uneducated politically.
Well, we were talking about the Mamdani, the guy that he lost to, but Cuomo is a politician who was the mayor of New York City at one point, and
how do you spell his last name?
He Cuomo. And then Andrew Cuomo, and then he.
Oh, I've seen him.
He had some
He's a governor.
sexual assault allegations.
Oh, that's not good.
He was the governor of New York. Sorry,
Yeah.
and then he just ran for mayor. And one of his defenses of his sexual assault was that he was Italian.
There's no way.
He kind of just like put off like his flirtatious thing that had made multiple women uncomfortable by being like, I'm Italian. This is like how I am.
Yeah, I fucking grope a puss once in a while. I get over it.
I grab ass. I don't understand.
You got a problem with me grabbing ass? Yeah. What do you fucking? You like spaghetti?
And now
You can't have both, sweetheart.
Now this guy is the mayor.
Oh, that guy's hot. I like that. I like a hot. What does a mayor do? Can I be a mayor?
You could be a mayor. A comic, Corinne Fisher, ran for mayor of New York City in this race. I think she ended up dropping out, but she was like,
I want to just like
legitimately
go
running
be
for
the
mayor.
mayor of like Round Rock.
Well, it is funny. There are smaller. Round Rock might be a bit ambitious for you. I think we need to maybe work out towards Temple or something like that. But
Should we market me to fucking be? I will go full veteran.
Do you think your ticket sales would go up if you were the mayor of somewhere?
Yeah. I'd be doing council meetings. I would just be like doing like city hall, like town hall meetings, just running sets.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little amped up about this bill. I am on bucked up. I'm fully bucked up.
Do you guys know
right
what that
now.
is, by the way?
Yeah.
You guys know what bugged up is? It's like 300 milligrams of caffeine.
I know you guys are all worried about abortion. I'm not. Nothing's alive in there. Just
Dude,
like doing your
I
bits.
broke that tick.
Good.
I broke that tick.
That's
My new
good.
one that I've been doing, and now instead is talking about the lady at the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow lady.
That's your tick.
That's my tick now. Is trying to figure that out without even ever having any plan and just saying it the
Without
same way.
changing it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I've been doing. I've been doing that. I've been doing what else have I been doing? I've been listening to old Lil Wayne.
How did you feel about the new Lil Wayne album? Did you listen to it?
I tried to listen. I tried because I love Lil Wayne. I tried and I went, I don't think I can do it.
He's done.
He's done.
He's done. Don't do this.
He's done.
Don't do this. It's like a legacy thing. It's like don't do
Yeah.
it.
It's like when Eminem keeps dropping. Like, please stop. Donald Trump ain't a bump on a fucking coffee pot, awfully hot. It's like,
I'm for yeah.
It's like just stick with Toy Soldier. I remember listening to Toy Soldiers growing up before football
shit is
games
so hard, dude.
in like 6th grade. Step by step, we
Dun, dun, dun.
all fall down. Dude, I've been listening to old Outkast too. I mean,
Outkast timeless. Outkast is timeless.
that shit goes crazy. Bombs over Baghdad. Dude, did you see the thing that Trump did with Iran? The video that he put out?
Bombing them?
Dude, no. Well, the video. Did you see the thing? The music video he posted?
Wait.
Dude, Trump posted an AI generated video that was, like the song Bob Aran by the Beastie Boys? Bob Aran. Trump put out a video that was like the stealth bombers like driving around, and it was Bomb Iran. It was a remix, and it was bomb Iran. Bomb Iran.
Well, the problem is it might not be.
It's not on this. It's not on Twitter. It's on another. You can Google
Is it on
though.
Truth Social?
It's on True Social.
Bomb Iran.
Instead of Bob Iran, it's Bomb Iran, and it's like both horrific and insanely funny. To be like the president and have no ounce of like.
Look up Bomb Iran music video and see if that comes up or music. No, that's not going to be it.
This is it. That's it.
That's it.
Bomb, bomb, Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran.
Whoa. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, turn this off. Did he post this?
Yes.
Commentary, Donald. So this came from reposting. Oh, so he posted that on Truth Social. What the fuck,
It's
dude?
insane.
What the fuck,
It is
bro? That's
crazy.
crazy.
It's hilarious. It's horrific.
The song includes lyrics as "Old Uncle Sam's getting pretty hot. Time to turn Iran into a parking lot." Whoa. That's fucking crazy, dude.
I watched it last night and I gasped. I was with people and I went, "There's no way," and then I had to show people. I was like, "This is fucking crazy, right?"
That's oh man, dude.
It's also funny, but it's horrific.
Who made that?
I think it's like an AI song.
Or like you think like there's like
Bum, ba, ba.
some young intern on the team.
Some
Like
young
basically
Israel
like,
guy.
Basically
Israeli.
like the Sean Gardini of the cabinet. Because Sean does all these edits. He made some edits recently I can't talk about. They were so goddamn funny.
I made the
I'll tell you after. I made the
Bob Myron song.
I made the Bob Myron song.
I think it's pretty funny, but I don't know if they're gonna let me post it.
I don't know if they're gonna like it, but nobody likes me.
Dude, I saw him hung. He was. I saw him out a couple days ago. He was like super hungover. It's so funny how it doesn't matter the mood, being hungover or being super excited. It's the same tone. I like it. I like the consistency because if I'm having a bad time, it's obvious. I wear it.
Yeah, if I'm tired or grumpy, I'm very not talkative and.
Dude, I'm not joking right now. I am so manic. Like sitting here, I do not want to be sitting in this chair.
You've been taking your meds?
Yeah. But I've
okay.
also I don't know what's going on. My ADHD, not ADHD, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being sick as fuck. I'm kind of just like wanting to like move around. Like I have like a lot of like, I feel like the need to like not be sitting here.
You have the zoomies.
Yeah, I kind of have the zoomies.
You literally.
I kind of want to do push-ups, dude.
You kind of do get the zoom. And like.
I do get the zoom. I get the zoom.
It's like what you used to do to me in our living room, like
Yeah.
where I would just be like sitting and you'd like pace around, you'd grab those like exercise bands we have and do like random exercises.
Yeah.
You'd shovel chips and guac into your mouth, like all while having
I need
like the
guac.
same conversation.
I got it. You know, as a white boy, as a gringo, the only thing I can make that's Mexican that's great is I have a good guacamole. That's it. That's the only thing I know how to make. That's like I'm confident. And actually, not even speaking about cuisines, just in general, it's the only thing I feel confident making for somebody and going, they'll enjoy it.
What's your method? What do you do? What's in it?
I'm going to give away the family secret recipe. Here's the key ingredients. Lemons. Lemon and lime. People always just do one or the other. People don't really do lemons. People mainly do lime. Put a little lemon in there. Get a little fucking fruit. Get a little fruity in there.
Lemon.
It'll make you want to shove it in your ass. I go, hey, we ran out of chips. No problem. Slather it up there.
Eat it out of my hole.
Eat it out of my hole.
You're my fiance now. This
I
is what you
legally
do.
own you.
I legally own you.
Yeah, it's only been a day since I've been engaged. If you're listening to this, it would be a week further. So maybe things have changed since then. Maybe she's decided to leave me. But in the meantime, my fiance and I, it sounds so cool. It's not my girlfriend's my fiance. It is odd. Again, just being like, we've been talking, we'll be like randomly like doing stuff and we go, this is crazy, right?
It's crazy that we're
Engaged. Because it's
to
also
be
like, yeah, but we've been together for 5 years, so it's not crazy.
So when do you start planning the wedding?
I mean, honestly, I don't think we want to do a big one.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just do, honestly, if she kind of wants to elope, and I'm on team elope.
Go to Vegas and get married. That would be kind of
not necessarily
though.
Vegas. I think
Just
we
go
want
to
to
the
do somewhere
courthouse.
nice, like a vineyard up in California or something. Like go somewhere where it's like you can enjoy it. Maybe like, like do the thing, go to the courthouse, but then have like a 3-day thing somewhere kind of fancy. Not fancy, but fancier than
vineyard is such a funny place for you guys to go.
Yeah, I think it's more about the decor.
Go to Corpus. Go to Corpus.
Christi.
Go to that brown ass fucking.
Let's go
ocean.
to let's go to Padre Island.
Dude, South
Padre.
rips,
South
dude.
Padre. We go to South Padre.
I went there for spring break
Flip
my
a tit.
senior year, and then I went to rehab there. I did.
What
both.
were those in?
They were not related. Well, they were related, but they were not. They didn't just keep me.
Yeah, they didn't go.
They
This
weren't
one.
like,
They didn't
"Holy
draft you.
Shit, this guy has to stay. Yeah, they didn't draft me. That is a funny thought.
You're going somewhere, kid.
Yeah. Hey, we got a bed for you.
Stick with it.
Stick with it. You're gonna be back here in no time. Trust me.
We'll keep the seats warm.
Yeah. It was funny though, because we would like on the way to like do like therapy and shit. We would like drive by like the house, and I would just be like, I threw up off that balcony. It's kind of sick, honestly. Full circle moment.
Big throwing up off a balcony guy.
I've thrown up off multiple balconies.
You want? Can I tell you a story? That kind of goes nowhere. But when I was in middle school, my next door neighbor, we had a next door neighbor. His friend climbed. Him and his friends used to climb up on their garage, and the garage would like look into our house. And this was crazy. This is like the biggest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen my dad go this mad. We could see them on top of their garage, like based off their window. Our outside window in our living room looked right up at their garage. Like there was no view. It was just their garage. And we were sitting there, and one of the guys, one of this like high school kids, turned and started peeing off the garage onto our house. And my dad...
Kind of awesome.
Kind of sick. I get why you would do it if you're 15.
100%.
My dad, instantly furious.
Yeah, of course.
You're not going to piss on my house. That's crazy. So then my dad goes, I'm getting the fucking bow. And then he like grabbed a bow.
Kind of an unreasonable response.
And it was very funny because he went out there with a bow and arrow and was like, you better stop fucking pissing.
It's funny to be like, hold up.
Yeah.
Put your fucking cock away, kid.
1 second, this thing's got a lot of tension. I gotta fucking...
Just kind of shake it.
It's like a fucking 70-pound drop back.
There's zero chance he would have hit them.
Oh, my dad's nasty with a bow.
Really?
One thing about my dad, nasty with a bow.
I've never been good with a bow.
I'm pretty good with one.
I've never really shot one, I don't think.
It's all about your fucking...
Would you rather somebody shoot a bow at you from 50 yards or somebody shoot a gun at you from 100?
What type of gun? If it's a pistol.
Rifle.
No, zero chance. Bow.
Bow, yeah.
100%. I could fucking...
Pistol, you're taking 100
No,
yards.
dude, I'll take a fucking pistol 100 yards any day.
What about a pistol from 50?
Bow.
But
Are they shooting? Are they shooting to kill?
Yeah, they're trying to hit you.
Bow. Next question.
Yeah, bow. I'll put the apple on top of my head and
Bow.
everything.
Yeah. And you know what? If you hit you win. If you shoot me with a bow from 50 yards away, I don't know. Maybe I'm conceptualizing 50 yards on a bow. I've only shot from like 25 yards a bow. I feel like it's probably pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
We should either do jujitsu or bow hunt. We can't do neither.
Well, we're not gonna bow hunt, I don't think. Oh, speaking of bow hunting, this is gonna be old news by the time this comes out. Did you hear that Liver King got arrested here? He was outside of Mothership threatening to R-word Joe Rogan. So fucking funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
He got arrested.
The guy that's like jacked with like the beard?
Yeah. He was arrested in Texas.
That fucking guy.
Yeah. Oh wow, he doesn't look very good.
Dude, he looks like a dwarf from World of Warcraft.
He does look like a dwarf.
He looks like Gremley.
He was arrested.
Gremlin, is that a name from
I think he made a bunch of threats. He got arrested for like terrorism. Man to man, I'm picking a fight with you.
It is funny for the ABC News reporter to in here go, despite having no martial arts training, Johnson challenged Rogan.
Yeah.
They just took a shot at him.
Despite not knowing shit about martial arts.
Despite only doing jiu-jitsu for 1 year, he did challenge some guy who knows how to box that's been doing boxing for 10 years. Okay, sorry. Thought that was gonna be funny. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so he
What were the charges? Terrorist attack or terrorist threat?
Crazy. And I think at one point he said he was gonna,
Dude,
sexually assault him.
Another crazy thing. We were driving and a bird hit our fucking windshield the other day. Like a bird just like flew into our car.
Like killed itself.
Yeah, we were at a stoplight.
Where were you driving?
I was going down south. I was in downtown, and a bird like suicided into my car.
Suicide bomber. Speaking of terrorism,
Dude, it hit the car and it stuck. Ariel was with me. I took the windshield wiper on and to push it off.
Did Ariel cry?
Yeah.
Of course she
And
did.
then she got
That's crazy to me.
And then she got mad at me because I put the windshield wiper on, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna fucking touch it.
What were you supposed to do?
And then she wanted to help it.
Get
and
out.
we're like on like
You're gonna be okay.
dude, we're on like 6th Street on like a Friday. And I'm like, I'm not getting out of the fucking car.
That's so funny. How did I know, dude?
Ladies cry.
Women cry, man.
I haven't cried ever. I'm a big fucking
I
tough
cried.
guy.
It's funny to be like, women cry. I cried over sports this weekend.
When was the last time you? Sports would be. Last time I cried.
When was the last time you like let a good one, like, or even just like a, and you got it together?
Oh, I've been getting rocked by TikToks late at night.
Like what? I thought you were on Spooky Talk at night.
I am on Spooky Talk, but sometimes I'm on Sensitive Talk.
Which is like what? Like somebody rescuing a turtle out of the middle of the street, or like,
yeah. Sometimes like you get sad dog videos get me.
I'll cry like a disabled kid meeting like his hero. That'll get me pretty good.
What do you think? What's going through your head?
Just like the level of excitement of like how happy they are and like
Yeah, they
whatever.
get the
It just-
zoomies.
It makes me they get the zoomies whenever they meet their favorite like NFL line. It's
Who
always
would
some
you
obscure.
if you could meet one person?
Ooh, fuck, that's a good question. If I could meet one athlete,
Anybody. So probably athlete.
anybody. That's too vague. I don't know how to even narrow that down. Michelle Obama probably.
Why would you want to meet a man?
Good one. Good.
I don't know. I was trying to think of a funny joke there. That was
Michelle
the first one.
Obama is a penis. I do think I would hoop. I would want to play one-on-one against Barack Obama.
You can't do that. That's a terrorist attack.
No, well, yeah. After the bombs I'm about to drop on
Yeah,
this fool.
dude. After the sky hooks.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Da, da, da.
Yeah,
Sky-
dude, you just
Sky
drop
hook.
sky hooks. Well, wait. That's a callback to last episode. Sorry,
Was that
guys.
not this out? I'm doing sky
We were
hooks.
talking sky hooks in the last episode.
How funny? Should I hide? Should we? Let's start a GoFundMe and get me a trainer.
Wait, who would you meet?
Drake.
Would you actually meet?
I
Drake?
want to meet Drake.
Now, okay.
I want to have a night out with Drake.
I was about to say, I think this will not change your answer. But let's say it's not you meet them, it's you get to hang out with them. for a
Drake, yeah,
night.
Drake. I'd hang out with Drake, and then I'd be like, I'd be like, that's a bad ting. I would see a girl go, hey, you see that ting?
They would hate that. They would hate that.
Well, he would look at me, and he'd be like, I guess Tumaza.
Dude. Well, wait. So do you think
But Jack
that,
Harlow.
like, interesting.
No, not Jack Harlow. Drake.
Drake. Okay.
I would also not mind hanging out with Justin Jefferson. I would just feel like, dude, you're so fucking. It's so fucking
Dude,
cool.
you're
What you
so
do.
fucking good at catching those
If I met,
balls.
dude, if I met
crazy.
Justin Jefferson, I would turn full autistic.
Yeah.
I'd be like, do you remember the Packers game week 6 in 2019 when you had the 7 receptions for 150
No, but do you remember?
yards?
Do you remember that? What? Do you remember that time?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember? Do you remember that?
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, man, I was there.
It's got to be like somebody bringing up a joke to you. You're like, yeah, no, I got it. Thank you.
Dude, remember when you told that guy in the crowd to shut up?
Dude, I got a message from a guy, because I used to do a joke very, I don't know if it's very famously, but I used to talk about it on our old podcast. I did a joke about turtles having sex, like the noises they make, like, classic bit.
Yes.
And it's brutal, very brutal. First joke I ever did that like got a pop, and I would do it all the time. And then
You would hump the mic.
I would hump the mic stand and talk about like they get all the way in there. And that's basically the whole bit relied on. There was no jokes. It was literally
such a solid joke.
I mean, it's literally just me going, have you ever seen videos of turtles having sex? And then my mom, this is the big joke. This is the joke. I'll do the fucking joke. Who gives a shit? We're on hour 2. I was like, my mom posted this. My mom likes to like share things to my Facebook wall, and she doesn't understand that she can just send it to me. She makes them public. And then I talk about, she posted the video of turtles having sex on my wall the other day. And if you've never seen it, this is what happens. You get the male turtle, the female turtle.
Can I?
Yep.
In the middle of can I mention? It's funny that you just brush over that she sent you a video of turtles fucking.
Just wait.
Okay.
And then she'd do the whole thing, and then I describe turtles having sex. And then they come and they just fall over and they go in their shell and they disappear. And I go, and as if it's not bad enough for my mom putting me this on my profile for everybody to see, she put the caption, "This reminded me of you."
That's funny.
And then I went,
That's funny.
why did that? And then I was thinking maybe it's like, oh, I'm funny, or she thinks I'm funny, and that video was funny, so she thought, hey, Josh is funny. Here's a funny video. And then one of my ex-girlfriends, liked the video, and I was like,
Excuse me, bitch.
oh, Lindsay, you should know.
I will say this. That is a funny premise to have, but I think it's brushy.
I'm bringing it back.
I don't know that you. I mean,
I'm never gonna say it again.
I think it's good, man.
I might take that punchline. This reminds me of you.
I think maybe you don't do that, but maybe you just do like one little one, whatever. And then
At what point do you fuck the mic stand?
When I describe the turtles fucking.
he does the hump.
I do. I go.
Which you didn't need to.
I
you
didn't
don't-
need it.
But you're an act out comic.
I'm an act out. People don't know that about me. I'm a big act out guy. They go
basically
Sebastian
Sebastian.
Maniscalco,
Sebastian,
Ari Maddie, Josh Francis, humping the mic stand.
Yeah.
People always compare me to Sebastian. It's like crazy.
Yeah, you're both unbearable.
Jesus, that was brutal.
Sorry.
Holy
dude, we're an
fuck,
hour and 40
dude.
in. I'm letting bombs go, dude. I'm bombing Josh. No, I'm saying
Yeah, we both sell out arenas, Matt. We're both arena acts. What else do I have? I'm an Italian guy.
yeah. Most of your jokes are about your wife. I think there's something to that bit. I think it's crazy to brush over the fact that your mom sent you a video of turtles fucking.
She didn't.
I know she didn't, Josh. But in the bit, she did.
I was lying for the joke,
I am
Matt.
aware that you lie for the joke.
I lie about most
What
of my
percentage,
jokes.
if you were to put your act together, what percentage of it do you think is a lie? Like just a bold face, this is not true. It's not based on true. It's just not real.
That's actually a good question. I actually think most of my stuff does kind of happen.
That's good. I like that.
Because like I'm thinking like how I start my sets normally, which is when I talk about bucked up, everything I would talk about is true about that. Other than like sneaking my girlfriend bucked up, but like I've made her take it before and made a joke about how we don't have to worry about you being pregnant.
You made her Ariel take bucked
Dude, when
up.
she used to work out with me, yeah.
Did she hate it?
No, dude, she deadlifted like 215 pounds. She was like 100 pounds deadlifting like double in her body weight.
That's crazy.
She liked it.
I bet she did. When you're working out and you're on stimulants, it feels good.
It's insane.
It's when you're done working out and you're like just sitting.
Or when you just have constant diarrhea at the YMCA. I need to find a gym out here that's not fucking packed.
Yeah.
Every gym is like balls to the wall no matter what hour. I look around and I go, what do you fucking people do for a living?
You go to an LA Fitness, dude.
Do you like LA Fitness? Fitness dick in your butt.
Fitting this dick in your butt. We're so tired, dude.
It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I'm going to text my lady and go.
But you got to stop going to LA Fitness. That's the
Yeah, I got to
problem.
get like I want to go to like a private gym. Just like me and you.
What the fuck was that? Just like me and you. I just want to work out. We never worked out together. We
No.
would go together.
We worked out
We
together.
worked out
one or
one
twice.
time. We did chest. You showed me how to properly bench press, and then I never bench pressed again.
You don't need to.
I don't want to.
You need to work on the skyhook.
No, you need to work on your
Don't
sky
fucking
hook.
tell me I need to work on my
Your
fucking
skyhook,
skyhook. You piece of shit. I'm gonna fucking do my pie.
your game needs a lot of work.
Oh, does I get the.
Yeah, your basketball game needs a lot.
I
of
don't.
work.
I want to get nasty at one thing in my life.
We can just
I want to
do-
get so good at one thing, not necessarily skyhooks, just in general.
That's just an extracurricular.
I just want to get like. I want people to be like, dude, have you seen Josh like fucking change the
Transmission on a car. Is that what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say transformer, and I realized I don't know what that is.
Change a transformer.
I just make Ariel go female to male.
Being really good at something does like one thing does feel like I like when people are like, I hear Matt's like really good at golf. That makes me go.
Well, I tell people,
yeah.
you know, he cheated against Mason James.
No, I did not cheat against.
You cheated against Mason James. Mason James, a man of honor.
Mason James, a man of honor, who I still beat by 3 strokes. Which is all it takes.
Like a turtle.
Yeah, like he does kind of look like a turtle.
No, that's not what I was saying. We like Mason James. He does kind of look like a turtle.
No, we like Mason. He's actually in town tonight. There was a part of me that was going to ask him to do an episode of this. And I was sitting here now. I wish I had.
100%. We would have been way better with somebody else in the room.
But I was like, Mason's not going to, like...
He's not going to have fun.
He's not going to have fun. It's just going to be me and you being like, you ever like poop and jerk off? And he's like, I love my wife, dude. Like, I don't even know, like...
Do you think he's squeaky clean on a podcast?
I think...
I feel like he might be a psychopath. I think every comic who does clean comedy is a sociopath.
Personally, he is a crazy person. But he is... I don't know if he'd be clean on
How funny would
podcast.
it be if you put him on a podcast and he just turns into like a piece of shit?
Like, yeah.
He's like, dude, I fucking hate immigrants. You're like, what?
Like, we were joking about the ICE stuff earlier. And he's just like, I think it's good. I think we should get them out there taking our jobs.
Yeah, well, I don't
like,
understand.
You're a stand-up comic.
You need them.
Do you know when you come over here and shit, it's like really easy to commit crimes and shit. that's the stand up. It's just a Mexican being like, you know, when you come over,
immigrant, oh, yeah.
Mexican immigrant doing trying to steal our stand up job. She's like, shit, well, you know when you like make them pay you cash because you're not legal. That's the whole bit is just them being Mexican, which is very similar to a lot of Mexican comics. If anybody's a specific thing, that's their whole act.
What do you mean?
I'm gay.
Oh yeah, I'm the military guy.
Except for yours is not. If you're married,
no, he's a gay comic.
If you're Josh is a gay
Totally
comic.
gay comic.
If you're married, a lot of it's about your marriage.
Yeah, and if you're jacked like I am, everybody goes, "Oh, that Josh just talks about having the fucking, having like a huge penis."
Yeah.
Like, he said that to 7 girls here. That was hilarious.
What?
The 7 girls, the hot ones that were sitting here at the.
Oh
rapid.
yeah.
Wait, tell me what happened.
Wait, I don't remember fully. I have the set, but I'm not going to play the set. But there was only like 7 ladies here last Thursday.
You're like, I totally have a huge dick.
Oh yeah, I was being sarcastic.
That's awesome.
I was telling I was talking about how I've been doing a new thing where I talk about how like, keep going.
No, you go. You go. You've been doing a new thing about your huge cock.
No, I've been doing how I have really small balls, but wouldn't it be funny if I have huge balls, like distractingly large balls? Like I walked on stage and I'm talking about like whatever, and then you're just like, is that his fucking balls?
That's funny. Dude, I forgot to mention this last episode, and I apologize. But when I went and did that show on Friday last week, in Oklahoma,
where the girl who licked your butthole,
the guy, no,
she fingered your ass.
That didn't happen. None of that. That's not
like dry, too, right? Like a dry rub.
Well, my asshole is almost never dry.
I don't like that at all. I hate that visual.
That's what you get for bringing it up.
Oh my god, that made my tummy hurt.
That's what you get, dude. And that's not even true, but I just had to say it.
You got to dry. You strike me as a dry butthole guy.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Pull it out.
I'm not taking
something loaded.
I'm not taking humidity levels of my crack at any point. You
don't have a dehumidifier in there?
Yeah. I got a dehumidifier in my asshole. I will say this. So it was at a nightclub, and the setting of the show was the theme of the show was not it was like audience confessions
on your wife,
and then like comics would read the stories and then riff on it. And it turned out it was actually good. I left immediately after my set, but I was just doing a guest set. I didn't want to do the panel. I just wanted to do a set. And there's probably 60, 70 people in there. Mind you, it's not a stand-up crowd. It's a crowd of friends of the guy running the show and people that, are regulars at this club. And the first comics go up and they do fine. And mix of sets. And I go up and I'm like, I don't really know what jokes I'm going to do. I don't really know what the vibe of this crowd is. And there was somebody there who I really did not want to be there. And it was giving me anxiety, which I'll talk about off pod. It's not that crazy, but it was just somebody who I really didn't want to see. And I knew I had to go on stage in front of them. And I knew that it was going to be a thing. And it was. And so I had anxiety about that. And then I get on stage and I do my joke about not supporting lesbians. Have you heard that joke? I'm an ally, love gay guys, love trans people. I do not support lesbians.
This doesn't sound like your act.
That's where I draw the line. As I don't support I just think it's crazy for you to want my support when there's zero chance you're going to suck my dick.
That's funny. I like that. And that's a good bit.
I will say this: it has a mixed bag. It's never bombed. I've done it in Wisconsin. I've done it in North Carolina. I've done it here. I've done it in Florida. I've done it everywhere.
Do you think suck my dick is a little aggressive? Do you ever go blow me?
I think it's yeah, but I like the aggressive.
You like to suck my dick?
Yeah. And so it usually kind of gets weird, and I go, sorry, I know that's a bold take. I apologize. Which kind of doubling down on like, that's a crazy take. I'm sorry, we'll get a laugh. And then I'll sometimes be like, are there any lesbians here? And if there's not, I go, good. That's why we're having fun. And it hits super.
Hilarious.
That'll hit
good,
super hard.
Good.
Or if there are, I'll go, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm fucking around, but I did see them towing a Subaru outside. Kind of hacky, whatever. It's just like, funny. Whatever. Dude, I go on stage. And mind you, this is my thought process, right? I'm in Oklahoma.
No lesbians.
It's not that. Oklahoma City, especially where we were, is actually pretty progressive, which I learned. But I'm thinking like I'm doing 7 minutes. Everybody else did 5. I'm doing 7, obviously. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna smash. Like these guys have had pretty good sets. I'm going to rip this place apart. Like that's where my head goes. I do that joke to not only utter silence, but like people audibly not liking it. Like girls being like, what? Like, and then I literally am so shaken by this bomb that I go, oh fuck. Like into the mic, I go, oh fuck. And then I go, are there any lesbians here? And there were lesbians in the back, and they go, yeah. And then I do the Subaru thing, and it bombs again. And I went, holy shit, you guys hate that. And then it just bombed so fucking hard. And then a lady in the front said something to me, and I'm blacked out at this point. I'm already nervous before I get up. My first joke, I mean, it was as hard as a joke that I know works has ever bombed. Like, I'm not kidding. Like
funny.
Ever. And mind you, like the girl I told about the story about last episode, my friend, she's there. She does social media for it, which is all like kind of a weird.
She's on live.
She's on live. She does social media for the place. She's there. Her siblings are there, who I know from like when we were younger. I'm like, they bring, and dude, I hate this shit too. I don't hate this, but they bring me up. They go, very special guest. She's here all the way from Austin. He's a regular at Joe Rogan's comedy Mothership. And I'm like, well, that's why that's why this.
And then you go, I hate lesbians.
And then I go up and I go, I don't fuck with lesbians. And they go, oh, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. And then I mean, dude, it was as harrowing of a comedy experience as I've ever, I mean, I'm like, whoa. I was like, whoa.
So
I've never,
funny, dude.
I've done a joke that, you know, you do a couple times here and there and then it doesn't work at another place and you go, oh, okay. I've done that joke so many times in so many different places for so many different demographics and it always has done something. It's fine. I mean, it full bombed. I won them back by telling them how gay I was.
Yep.
And then they were like, oh, and then the rest of the set was like totally fine. It was like a very normal, just like it went well. But dude, I mean, the bomb sweats that came over me.
So funny, dude.
I mean,
how early in the set? How early in the set?
It was my opening joke.
So goddamn
I said Happy Pride, and everybody went woo, which is how I knew that joke. I probably should have known.
Pivoted it out.
They were really happy. Because what I wanted to do was I wanted to do my new shit, and and I did one of them, but my new shit. There's a part in it where it gets very aggressive. I can't say it on here without elaborating, without it sounding bad. So I'll just tell you after the pod. But I was like, maybe I don't do that, but maybe I'll open with a softball.
Yeah.
And then that bombed, and then I was like, I'm doing the hits. Like I just brought the hits.
You
out
went, I have to crush now.
I went, dude, I'm gay.
At least, dude, you know what? At least your stuff is like, if you have that, the next thing isn't, you can make it so it's not crazy.
Yes, I can do very normal, men and women are different bullshit, where it's like, this is easily palatable, this is fine. And it was amazing how hard that bombed compared to how quickly I got. I mean, they immediately were like, okay, we're on board with you now. Like that.
Dude.
It was crazy. Oh man. It gives me fucking anxiety thinking about it.
What my issue is sometimes I have a lot of issues with stand-up. But one of the things that happens to me, I don't like the
Well, you talk to me about them all the time.
A thing that
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to agree so fast. I think you're a great stand-up.
Oh, it's so funny though. But one of the things that does happen to me is if I just have found that people either think I'm very funny or they don't. It's either they get what I'm doing or they hate
turned off by it.
Yes. And so like if I say a joke and it doesn't go well, like if I go, well, they didn't like that. The next thing is like almost as bad or worse. Like if you're like, oh, I don't like him screaming about deer antler. And I go, I used to jack off in tanks. Everybody's like, what are we talking about?
It's like not going to get like.
You're not all of a sudden going to go, oh, now he's relatable.
Yeah,
right?
It's
It's either like everything is so weirdly me that it's like not good. The only thing I have that's not like weirdly me is like the bar, like going to a black barber shop. It's like everybody has a fucking joke that's like similar to that.
There is like different kind, like your stand-up is more you going, these are like weird things that were normal for me, like taking bucked up all the time or jerking off in tanks.
Yeah.
And like shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And you're making people see the absurdity of what was or is normal for you. And then there's the other kind of stand-up where you're going, this is
like a
this
thing that
is
everybody
thought that
knows.
I've had on
Yeah.
a thing that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And that you can convince some of
You
a
can do
crowd,
way
even if they
better.
don't really
Yeah.
like you, to
Yeah.
get on board after you just do some like, anti-lesbian shit.
Yes.
But if you go bucked up and they don't like it and you go, well, you're going to hate me coming inside of vehicles.
A tank. Yeah. I go, you didn't like that. You're not going to support the troops then when I talk about jacking off the
obviously
tanks.
they don't support the troops. If they don't like you, they don't support the troops.
I hate it sometimes because it'll be like I have nothing. I'll have like nothing that's working for like 3 months and I'm trying different things and it's just nothing. And then all of a sudden I'll have, that can piece into that. And then I'll have like 4 or 5 minutes that starts building. And then I start doing it and everybody goes, let me guess you're going to talk about that. And I'm like, God, you fucking piece of shit. Just let me have my fucking thing.
Yeah, let them be bad. Let them go bark.
Well, it's like good. Yeah, that's true. But it's also sometimes they're good people that'll say stuff.
Fuck them. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know how it works, you fucking pieces of
Like
shit.
my really good friends, I'll get off stage and people go, yeah, you said bucked up 21 times.
That was funny. that was me, and that was funny. I wanted a count on how many times he said bucked up in the set.
Bucked up.
21 times he said it.
21?
In the course of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good numbers. Four times a minute.
You know what? It's my get or done, and I've come to accept that.
Bucked up. You know what's really funny is we don't realize that like we are around comics who are in the midst of forming their get or done, and we don't realize it yet.
People don't realize my greatness. People don't realize I'm going to do arenas when I cut off my camouflage shirts.
I'm not even talking about just you. I'm just talking about people that like there is a iconic bit or tagline forming around us, and we have no.
And people are going to talk about it in years.
We have no idea.
Remember that time that Josh Francis talked about fingering his own ass?
Yeah, and that's going to be.
What do you think the most revolutionary? What's your favorite bit? Do you have a favorite bit?
I don't know if I have a favorite bit necessarily, but like Segura's early shit, dude. Segura's first 48 bit
It's
on
so good.
It's either on Completely Normal or Mostly Stories is insane.
I think it's completely normal. It's so funny.
So good, bro. And it's like it's one of those bits that I've like found, like listened back and like sent to people.
Like how is it so good?
It's one of those.
Yeah.
What's your favorite bit?
I have one that's not a fucking bit that made it to like a special, but like on Louis' show, he had like his. If you remember that show, he would just like do stand up at the end of like sets. Sometimes he would just like put it in an episode sometimes, and he had a bit about the dog. His dog putting his dog down.
Oh,
it's so fucking brilliant,
coming
dude.
back to life.
Yeah, it's like he had to put his dog down because his dog had a tumor on its snout, and he had to took it to the vet, and the vet was like, "Well, I just have to have to put him to sleep." And then he's like, "Oh," and then he goes, he's like, "Well, do I have to come back?" He's like, "No, I can do it right now. I don't give a shit." He does like a whole thing about like the vet's like, "No, fucking come do it." And then he talks about how they put the dog down, and then he had nightmares that night that the dog. It's so brilliant because he talks about
like really. I remember it's this like really graphic like story
portrayal
of
the dog
coming back to life and scratching out of a grave through bones.
Yeah, because he asked what they do with the dogs if he didn't have enough money to cremate the dogs. So he was like, "What do you guys do with the dogs if you don't cremate them?" He goes, "Well, we just throw them in like a mass grave." And he's like, "What's a mass grave?" He goes, "It's a pile of dead dogs."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "And then I had nightmares that my dog woke up from the anesthesia. They didn't put enough in it. And then he woke up and he crawls his way out of this pile of dead dogs next to the pile of dead cats. And it's one of those Hallmark stories where he makes it all the way back home in the pouring rain. He scratches on the porch and I open the door. And then the next day I just got to do it again.
Yeah, you just have to take him back.
I have to do it again.
Let's go.
And then he goes, he talks. That whole sequence is nothing good lasts forever. It's like that's the premise.
Yeah.
And then he talks about like bringing home a puppy, and he's like, "Look I brought you guys back being sad in 10 years."
Yeah.
So smart and so funny and so dark that it's like everything, and I go, fuck, dude, I'm a fucking.
It's so good.
I'm
a hack.
I can't talk about anything that I want to talk about.
I'm a hack. I deserve to bomb.
Anytime I try to talk about anything remotely close to me that's like meaningful, like I could never set the premise. The thesis could never be nothing good lasts forever. For me, it has to be like, I fucking love shit in my ass. It's like that has to like.
People are like,
I'm
yeah, this is what we relate
yeah,
to.
this is what we like. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to the Friendly Fire podcast.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, leave a review, 5 stars on all the listening apps. We love you so much.